Hello everyone, it's me again, Alan, here today with the T-28 model 1933 or 1938 heavy tank platoon for Flames of War. This can be used for early, mid, or late war Flames of War. I believe in early and mid it can be used on the Soviet side, and late war it only shows up in Finnish lists, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, it does give you quite a bit of versatility, this little box. And on the back you see what we have inside. You have a model at 100% scale. These were pretty big boys. And you also see that you get both guns. You get the older infantry support gun and the newer anti-tank gun. And you do get 3 tanks in this box. The T-28, much like my tank foo, the T-35, was a multi-turreted design that ended up being a complete failure because multi-turreted designs will never outweigh their hindrances, because a commander cannot effectively command 3 different turrets. They can barely command 1 different turret in the case of most Soviet commanders. No offense to them, but they did not have time to train. It sounded like something was still in there. Anyway, we get our standard little box, which contains these hulls, which are surprisingly small. You also see that these hulls do not have recesses for magnets in them, as you would in newer models. You can also magnetize the little turrets. The magnets are of proper size for that. And you get all the metal parts in one big bin, which is, I'm sure, going to turn out very well for all the tiny little frail bits. Let us see what has become of our precious tanks. So you see, you get the big side tracks, which have standard Soviet suspension on them for the era. You also see that they have removed the mud guards from the ends. That was an early design choice in Soviet vehicles, to remove those mud guards, because they realized that, well, they don't do much. They just get jammed up with mud that then freezes, and then our tankers can't get the tanks free. And then, sadly, as predicted, all the tiny turrets have broken their guns off. But I can probably do something to fix it, but I'm going to give you a tally of how many turrets have broken off guns. I did buy this for my Finnish forces, I should note, not for early war Soviet, though it does work for both, so I will probably use it in both. So you've got 4 just mangled turrets that have bent barrels, and then 2 that are outright missing their barrels. That kind of sucks. But, as promised, you do get all the bits you need to make the older or newer version of the tank. The newer ones had these improved anti-tank guns, as you can see here. Kind of. They're very small. And those anti-tank guns are AT-7 in the game, which, as you may recognize, doesn't really mean much. It is kind of terrible in late war, especially. And in early war, it's pretty damn decent. I believe you have to pay something like 35 points for the upgrade. But damn worth it, if you ask me. You can see your review of the T-28 for its gameplay stats in my Rising Sun video, if that is what piques your interest here. And, you know, all there is to say about it, it's kind of a small kit, a little bit disappointing that, you know, the turrets are all bent up, but what are you going to do? I kind of expected that from seeing other unboxings on YouTube. I do watch a lot of other unboxings, and in fact, those other unboxings are what inspired me to make this channel. Because I saw kits that I wanted to look into that they hadn't done, and decided just to do it myself. Nobody else is doing it. On that note, though, I am trying to save money right now. So this might be my last actual kit review for a hot minute at least, because I'm just trying to cut down at least until I get, you know, some of my painting stuff done. I'm sure I'm like most of you, where I have a giant backlog of stuff to paint. And like most of you, again, I'm sure, I have promised myself over and over that I'm going to get to those paintings eventually. I actually do have one more box to review that I've still got wrapped up. I'm probably going to save that for next week, though. That way, you know, I kind of keep a little bit more of a schedule. But I am planning to do some other reviews, maybe some film and some anime, video game, just something to fill the time, and some book reviews as they come out. I'm planning to get the new Team Yankee and the new Flames of War books for version 4 and version 2 non-respectively. Version 2 would be the Team Yankee, version 4 would be the Flames of War. And yeah, I kind of wanted to make this channel as a review of all things. It's just, I found reviewing Flames of War and such to be particularly easy, so kind of started with that. But I'm going to get some capture software set up, and I'm buying myself some new recording equipment on Prime Day, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. If you want to, make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, leave me a comment. And I will see you guys and gals on the next video. Bye-bye.